Welcome to the Funeral Funds Life Insurance Podcast. I'm your host, Randy Vandervate from Funeral Funds of America, and you can find us at funeralfunds.com. That's funeral, Funds.com. Whether you're interested in term life, whole life, mortgage protection, annuities, disability, business continuation, or final expense life insurance, we have you covered. Our team of experienced professionals will guide you through the complexities of insurance products to help you make an informed decision. In this podcast, I'm going to be discussing 5 benefits of purchasing life insurance early. So, we all know we're going to die someday, and we all know that if there's people that are going to be left behind that we really care about, they are going to, they'll fare better with more money versus less money as a rule. And most people in America are working and living paycheck to paycheck, and they don't have really the time or the income to save up adequately that if they were to pass away, there's this huge nest egg for their family or loved ones to continue on life without them. So life insurance makes infinite sense in some of those cases. And I've got 5 benefits of purchasing life insurance early. I'm going to talk with you about today. And the first one is lower premiums. One of the biggest benefits of purchasing life insurance early is that you will pay lower premiums than if you waited until a later age, all other things considered. This is because the younger you are when you purchase the policy, the lower your risk of actually passing away within a specified period of time is. And you know what? These insurance companies are really smart. They probably know more about how and when you'll die on average than anybody else out there in the business world or anything else. They have these, they're called actuarials. They're really smart people, and they analyze a whole bunch of data, and they say for, hey, every, 1,000 people at a particular age group, X number of those people are going to die at that age. And in doing so, they can now calculate the risk that you'll actually die. They spread it over a large group of people, and then they figure out what to charge as a premium. And that premium, they try to keep it as low as possible, but they've got to have a little profit in there too so that they can be around, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now when that policy needs to be used, meaning when you pass away. So just understand that when your family and your loved ones are at risk, some of the most dangerous words you'll ever say, financially to them anyway, is, "Yeah, I'll think about it." And if you just keep thinking about it, people never do anything about it, and then something happens, and then, it's too late. It's too late. So, yeah, you'll save money and, you help your family and loved ones at the same time. Second benefit of purchasing life insurance early is better coverage. So, typically, the younger we are, the more healthy we are going to be. And life insurance policies and life insurance companies certainly consider your present health when issuing you a life insurance policy. Because let's think about this. Remember that kind of the most dangerous words in life are, all I need to think about it, or certainly with life insurance, I need to think about it. That means you don't do things. So many people wait until they've been diagnosed with a really significant illness, and then they go, "Oh, man, I may die someday. I've got this particular disease or physical condition. Now, I need life insurance. I've been thinking about it, but now I know I need it." And you know what? That's the worst time to buy it. You would have been better off buying it when you didn't need it and you were in better health. We get so many people that will call us up and say, "Hey, yeah, so and so just went into the hospital and we realized we just need to get life insurance for them." I can tell you one thing, when you're in the hospital, that's the worst time in the world to try to get life insurance. So don't be that person. You know, think about it from the standpoint like for auto insurance. No auto insurance company would say, "Hey, wait until your car gets into an accident and then come and get our insurance and then we'll pay for it. You pay us $50 for that first monthly premium and we'll replace your $40,000 car." They don't offer. They'd be out of business in a heartbeat, right? Same thing with the insurance companies. So if you don't qualify for the type of policy or the pricing that you really want, then chances are it's your fault because you just kept thinking about it and you never did anything about it. And there's that saying, days go slow and years goes fast. And that's how you end up to be age 70 and you don't have any life insurance, or 50 or 40 or whatever it would be. The third benefit of purchasing life insurance early is peace of mind. Keep coming back to think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. If you just keep thinking about something, it's always on your mind versus saying, hey, I took care of it. This is no longer a worry for me. I don't have this on my plate anymore, and my family's protected, and I can just go out and live and enjoy life. And there's something to be said for knowing that, God forbid, if you didn't make it home at the end of the day, that your loved ones and your children and your family and friends are going to be taken care of, and that they're not going to have to worry about coming up with this money, especially if you got young children. Oh my gosh, children 3, 4, 5, 10, even teens, going into college. If you don't have money set aside for them, mm, I don't want to make judgments about what kind of parent you would be in that case, but because I know you love your kids, but do you really want to provide for them and make sure that this, your passing doesn't have just this generational negative impact? So just keep that in mind. The fourth benefit of purchasing life insurance early is it's kind of easier to qualify. We kind of talked about that, hit on and off about it a little bit. But, the younger you are, typically the healthier you are. And the healthier you are, that makes it easier to qualify, and that makes it much easier to get lower rates. And, if we look at most of us, some people just, kind of bad luck, maybe just genetics, or we just don't know with some of the things that go on this life, why people, have more troubles than other people health wise and kind of emotionally and mentally and things like that. But, if we're doing good, we need to be thankful. We need to understand that we're blessed to have the health that we do have. And also, we need to make sure that we don't get lulled into a false sense of security that we'll always have our health. Because talk to any 50, 60, 70-year-old person and say, hey, were you healthier when you were younger? And they'll be like, heck yeah. And then you say, what happened? And they'll say, life happened. My body just started falling apart, or, I had this happen or that happen. And statistically, the older you get, the more stuff's going to happen. It's going to be more and more difficult to qualify for the best insurance companies with the best plans, with the best rates. And then the fifth benefit of purchasing life insurance early, and this has more to do with whole life insurance versus term, but with whole life insurance and universal life as well, you can build up cash value within that policy. Now, we don't recommend whole life insurance, when you're younger, to too many folks, because most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and term life insurance is a much better choice. And you've probably heard Dave Ramsey out there just saying all sorts of negative things about whole life insurance and, buy term life insurance and invest the difference and everything. The problem is human nature. People buy the term life insurance and they forget the second part of that sentence, invest the difference, and they don't do it. And then their policies run out and they don't have any insurance. So, um, whole life insurance can build up cash value, and this is typically more of an advanced technique, in our opinion, and that's when we would recommend it for higher income earners that have kind of maxed out all their other retirement stuff. And you can do some really cool stuff with cash value life insurance that does not conflict in any way with what Dave Ramsey says, because you typically are maxed out on all your other investments, which Dave Ramsey would agree with that. So keep that in mind. Now, the other thing though is when you're older and you're looking at final expense burial, cremation, burial insurance, we are using whole life insurance, smaller whole life insurance policies, because in many cases your health has deteriorated or you're on medications or have health issues that you aren't going to qualify for term life insurance. In that case, whole life insurance, specifically it's called simplified issue whole life insurance, is the perfect product because we're looking at coverage amounts of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe up to 30 or 40, depending on the individual. But now you've got a whole life plan that lasts all the way up until age 121 years old, does build up cash value. We recommend being cautious against borrowing the cash value on the policies because whatever you borrow out reduces the face amount. So say, if you had $2,000 cash value in a $15,000 plan and you borrowed $1,000 out of that, now your plan would only pay out $14,000. So if you're in that situation, we can go into more detail one-on-one with you, but don't get too hung up on that. If that were the more appropriate choice for you, either due to age or your income or your investments or your current insurability, we could have that conversation with you one-on-one. So that is the 5 benefits of purchasing life insurance early. My name is Randy Vanderveen, and I hope this podcast has been helpful to you. Funeral Funds of America can help you qualify for first day coverage or benefits at funeralfunds.com. That's funeral, FUNDS.com. And our phone number is 888-862-9456. We will be blessed to help you with this in the future. Until that day comes, stay safe, take care, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.